quote, "We were 8 years in power." What's it come from?
It comes from 1895. I believe that's the year South Carolina is rewriting the Constitution to basically strip black people of their last vestiges of electoral power in the franchise. And Thomas Miller, who was a congressman during the Reconstruction era, says we were 8 years in power. We, set up a jail system, an education system. We basically reconstructed the state. We did a great job governing. Why would you strip us of power? We don't understand at all. And implicit in Thomas Miller's inquiry was the notion that black people, that somehow white people were interested in seeing black people do a good job. And in fact, W.B. Du Bois's great retort to that was, if there was anything that South Carolina in that era feared more than bad Negro government, it was good Negro government. And I think that quote has a lot to say about what we just saw over the last 8 years.
You and I have had a long-running conversation about that moment in history, particularly in the wake of the election. The moment of Reconstruction and the redemption that followed. And the reason I think that you and I have both been talking about it is it's a moment where the kind of idea of inexorable progress, it just doesn't work.
Right.
It's like a Atlantis. It's a civilization that gets built under the sea and then disappears.
Right.
What do you think that moment has to teach us about this moment?
I think it has to teach us the great tragedy of abandoning the courage of our morals. That was it's very sad, because after Reconstruction, for a century afterwards, it was taught as this kind of failed, sort of thing that, because black people weren't moral enough or weren't ready for the electoral franchise, it didn't succeed. And you can't help but wonder what this country would have been if we had found the fortitude to stick with it, to continue, the long war. And I think, you know what? I'm going to argue even more than having something to say about race. I have something to say to us about climate right now. I'm getting out of my wheelhouse right now, and I'm being a little dangerous here. Because I think, the thing is, in the face of a great catastrophe, folks were able to show a level of moral leadership and do something truly, truly revolutionary. It would have been unimaginable 15 years, And I think, as much as I write about race, I think about climate is the urgent thing right now. Right now. You know what I mean? It's like right in our face that we're seeing. And if ever there was a time for that kind of, urgency and that kind of action, it really is now.